Welcome back to another ukulele tutorial. I'm Lara, and today's lesson is on the song Somewhere My Love, also called Lara's theme, from the movie Dr. Zhivago. This song is special to me because I was named after the character in this movie. This tutorial is for all levels, so we're going to start with an easy strumming pattern, and then we'll look at 2 finger-picking patterns that we can alternate between as we play through the song. Stick around for a play-along after the tutorial where I'll play through the entire song and you can play along with me. I want to point out that I have a low G on my tenor. If you have a high G on your instrument, you can follow this entire lesson. Just keep in mind that your 4th string will be 1 octave higher than mine. Now let's start by taking a look at the 7 chords in this song and how to play them. If you're already familiar with these chords, then skip ahead to our first strumming pattern. Our first chord is G. I'm playing G with my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, my index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Next we have G diminished. For G diminished, we're going to move our index and middle fingers back 1 fret to the 1st fret of strings 1 and 3. We can leave our ring finger where it was on our G chord, or we can replace it with our pinky. For me, it's a bit more comfortable to play this chord with my pinky rather than my ring finger. Next we have our D7 chord. I'm playing D7 with my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string and my index finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Next we have A minor 7, which is all open strings. And then we have our C chord, which is the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Next we have B flat. I'm playing B flat with my index finger across the 1st fret of strings 1 and 2, my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Finally, we have our F chord. I'm playing F with my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Throughout this lesson, the chords, lyrics, and patterns will be on screen, and you can also download them as a PDF from my Patreon page. You'll find the link down below in the video description. Taking a look at the first strumming pattern played slowly on a G chord. The rhythm here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Note that I'm playing the down strums as arpeggios or broken chords so that each string rings out. This gives a sweeter sound and feel to this song rather than a traditional down strum. So we're going to play the down strum nice and slow through all 4 strings. Taking a look at the first 2 lines of the song, we're starting on our G chord and we'll play our pattern twice, so 4 down strums. For the next 2 down strums, we're going to split this pattern between our G and our G diminished chord. So we have 1 down strum on G, and then 1 down strum on G diminished. Next we go to our D7 chord and play this pattern once. Moving into the 2nd line, we'll play our pattern once on A minor 7, once on D7, and then we're going to split the next pattern between A minor 7 and D7. So we play our first down strum on A minor 7 and our 2nd down strum on D7. We finish this line playing our pattern once on G. chord sequence for lines 1 and 2 will repeat for lines 3 and 4. So now I'll play lines 1 through 4, adding in the lyrics. Somewhere, my love, there will be songs to sing. Although the snow covers the hope of spring, somewhere a hill blossoms in green and gold, and there are dreams, all that your heart can hold. For the next two lines, we're moving into a different chord sequence. Starting on our C chord, we'll play our pattern 3 times, so 6 down strums. And then we'll play our pattern once on G. Moving into the next line, on our B flat chord, we'll play our pattern twice. And then we're going to split the next pattern between our F chord and then back to our B flat chord. And then we're finishing playing our pattern once on D7. Now adding in the lyrics to these two lines. Someday we'll meet again, my love. Someday, whenever the spring breaks through. If you're enjoying this lesson, please give this video a like, and thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're moving into our finger picking patterns. We're going to take a look at 2 patterns. The first will play on chords that are held for 6 beats, and the second will play on chords that are held for only 3 beats. Here's an example of what this sounds like. Let's take a look at both patterns and how to apply them to our song. Here's our second pattern played slowly on a G chord. I'm playing strings 4 down to 1 with my thumb, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger. Then I'm going back to string 3 with my index finger, and finishing on string 2 with my middle finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we'll take a look at our third pattern. I'm playing strings 4, 3, and 2 twice. So the rhythm here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking a look at lines 7 through 10, the chord progression here is the same as lines 1 through 4. So we're starting on our G chord, and we're going to play our second pattern twice. Next, we're going to our third pattern, and we're going to split this between our G and our G diminished chords. So we'll play our first 3 notes on our G chord, and then we're going to G diminished. I'm not going to worry about placing my middle finger on the first string because we're not playing the first string with this pattern. So I'm simply going to move my index finger back 1 fret to the first fret on the 3rd string, and we'll play strings 4, 3, and 2. Then we're going to our D7 chord and back to our second pattern. Moving into line 8, we'll play our second pattern once on A minor 7, once on D7, and then we're splitting pattern 3 between A minor 7 and D7. So we'll play our first 3 notes on A minor 7 and our second 3 notes on D7. Then we're finishing this line on our G chord, playing pattern 2. Here's how it sounds to play through lines 7 and 8, instrumental only, going back and forth between patterns 2 and 3. I'll add in the lyrics for lines 7 through 10. You'll come to me out of the long ago, warm as the wind, soft as the kiss of snow. Till then, my sweet, think of me now and then. Godspeed, my love, till you are mine again. For the final 2 lines of the song, we'll continue with our same chord progression. These 2 lines are almost identical to lines 9 and 10. There's only a few lyrical differences at the beginning of line 11. Lara, my own, think of me now and then. Godspeed, my love, till you are mine again. Now we've learned how to apply our 2 patterns to our chord progression that repeats throughout the song. Let's also take a look at how to apply these patterns to the 2 lines of the bridge. Now I want to go back to our bridge where we had a different chord progression starting on the word someday on our C chord. Here we'll play our second pattern 3 times. Play this pattern once on G. For the next line, we're going to our B flat chord and we'll play our second pattern twice. And then we're going to split our third pattern between our F chord and our B flat chord. When we play our B flat chord here, it's not necessary to press our index finger down on the first string because we're not playing that string. So we can simply play strings 4, 3, and 2. And then we'll play our second pattern once on D7. Now adding in the lyrics to these 2 lines of the bridge. Someday we'll meet again, my love. Someday, whenever the spring breaks through. Now we're moving into our play along. I'm going to play through the entire song, instrumental only, alternating between all 3 patterns. The chords and lyrics will be on screen, so you can play along with me, and if you'd like, you can also sing the lyrics. 1 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope you've enjoyed learning 3 beautiful ways to play Somewhere, My Love. Have fun practicing, and thank you for watching.